This is ridiculous, as one report reveals a blockbuster trade proposal between the Milwaukee Bucks and the Memphis Grizzlies to land Giannis Antetokounmpo. It does involve giving up our core young talent, but is Giannis worth the money and the time to help Ja Morant and Jaren Jackson earn their first shot at some championship glory? We'll break that all down in just a second, but hello everybody. Welcome to Grizzlies Digest. I'm Jared Alatorre reporting on everything Grizzlies related. If you find yourself here, we noticed that 89% of you are not subscribed to the channel. I know you're watching. We keep up with this. 89% of you need to hit that subscribe button down below. We got tons of off-season content coming your way. We got sometimes back-to-back videos on the same day, but we got content coming for you pretty much every day this week on major trade proposals, and we got one to get into right now, including a major NBA trade idea. Swaps Giannis Antetokounmpo for a $197 million star. A new NBA mock trade sends Milwaukee Bucks superstar Giannis Antetokounmpo to the Memphis Grizzlies. That's of Jed Katz from Grizzlies SI. And it revolves around trading Desmond Bane, like we talked about. But you also have to give up some young pieces as well. And this is what kind of hurts. So the Bucks will receive Desmond Bane, Jalen Wells, Zach Edey, Gigi Jackson, 2026 first round pick, 2028 first round pick, 2030 first round pick, 2031 first round pick. The Grizzlies would receive Giannis and AJ Green. So obviously we know Giannis. He's a two-time MVP, Finals MVP, multiple-time All-Star, future Hall of Famer. Just incredible body movement for his size, incredible agility for his size and height, and he'd be a big help. So automatically, you got the big three of Giannis, Jaren Jackson Jr., and Ja Morant. Something that the Memphis Grizzlies have never, ever seen before. It'd be the biggest signing in Memphis history, okay? And you talk about AJ Green, he's one of the sharpest shooters in the league. And I know for all you fans out there who are criticizing Luke Kennard and the way he played around the latter part of last season, and you got to maintain consistency as an NBA shooter. And that's exactly what AJ Green is. He'd be entering his fourth NBA season, and he's one of the sharpest shooters in the league. I mean, he goes off the bench, and I mean, he is ready. He knocks down threes like that at a very high clip. So that is who the Memphis Grizzlies are looking at. But if you're talking about giving up Desmond Bane, okay, we already expected that. But the good news is they don't give up Jaren Jackson, right? They keep Jackson, they keep Morant, they keep Giannis. And then who else would you have? So you'd have Aldama, Luke Kennard or in that starting lineup, or maybe you insert Scottie Pippen. You put Ja Morant, Scottie Pippen, Giannis, Aldama, Jaren Jackson. Sounds like the starting five it could potentially be if this goes through. And then you got key guys off the bench, right? AJ Green, Kennard, Brandon Clark. Let's say you don't trade Brandon Clark. Let's say he's still there, right? He's a valuable asset on defense, especially. And you still got Conchar, who's a great hustler and great defender as well. Sometimes he'll give you some buckets, but mainly there for hustle. And also Jay Huff. And then some of the core young pieces like Cam Spencer, Vince Williams. I'm not sure exactly what's going to happen with them. Yuki is obviously a fan favorite. We're just kind of going over the whole roster and what that would look like. But I think that's your starting five. It'd be Pippen, Morant, Giannis, Aldama, Jackson. I think that's... Can we agree on that? Let us know in the comments down below kind of what your starting five would look like if you would leave Luke Kennard in that six-man range. Because this may be not the only offer that they do. I mean, maybe they're looking at some packages around Kennard or Clark or Aldama. I mean, this is not set in stone, is potentially the only thing that Memphis could do, right? So we got to think about what else could Memphis move around this offseason to fix that championship puzzle that they've been wanting to solve for pretty much a long time at this point. But for the Grizzlies, obviously they'd be starting over. They've had a great run. They've lost in the first round of the playoffs 3 years in a row. And then their defending championship year, they lost to Boston, I believe, in the semifinals. So they have not touched the East Final since 2021, since they won the whole thing. So for the Grizzlies, it's like they have Zach Edey, but they'd also have Brook Lopez. So does Zach Edey kind of come in as that sixth man? And then you're like, where does Desmond Bane go on that roster? Obviously, he's going to be in the starting lineup, but who would he be around? You're talking about Damian Lillard, who might not come back until January of 2026. So I think the Grizzlies, either way, they've got lots of problems. It's still possible that San Antonio, man, they're in the best position right now, where they have that number 2 pick. They can trade that number 2 pick and also get Liam McNeely, outstanding freshman this year from UConn, in the draft, as well as Giannis Antetokounmpo to trade for that number 2 pick that they have. But you also got Houston to worry about. Dallas, I think they're just worried about Flag and developing him right now. I don't think they're in the Giannis sweepstakes. Magic are not in the Giannis sweepstakes. For Miami, I could see him staying in the East just to be that competitive force in the East. But then Giannis is also worrying about, well, what do I have to worry about in the West, right? So does he want to compete out West? Does he want to go through that gauntlet? Or does he want to stay in the East? I think that's also a question there. But that's all I got for you. Leave a comment down below on where you think Giannis could end up. Is this a good trade proposal, a mock trade proposal, I should say, for the Memphis Grizzlies? Would they win? What grade would they get? You give them an A, B, C, D, F? What grade would you give them? Leave a comment on that down below. But you can like this video, comment on this video, share this video. If you find this video to be interesting and fan engaging, that's exactly what we want to do for you here at Grizzlies Digest. Jared Alatorre coming at you with another video. We'll be with you with another video soon. Thank you so much for watching, and of course, peace.